Catherine Howard, a doomed queen's early years. Catherine Howard was born around 1523 into the powerful Howard family. She was the daughter of Lord Edmund Howard, a younger son of the second Duke of Norfolk. She was one of Henry VIII's wives and was a teenager when she married him. Catherine Howard's story is a whirlwind of youthful indiscretion and royal tragedy. Let's delve into the early life of this ill-fated queen and uncover the influences that shaped her destiny. Catherine Howard was a member of the aristocracy, the powerful Howard family. Catherine Howard was the fifth wife of King Henry VIII and the first cousin of Anne Boleyn. Her tragic downfall mirrored Anne's in many ways, as both were accused of adultery and executed. Here is her full story. This lineage was no mere footnote. It was a dynasty wielding considerable political influence in Tudor England. Catherine's mother, Joyce Culpeper, died when Catherine was young, leaving her to be raised in the household of her step-grandmother, Agnes Tilney, the Dowager Duchess of Norfolk. Her father, Lord Edmund Howard, was a younger son of the Duke of Norfolk, while the Howard name carried weight. Lord Edmund lacked the substantial wealth that often accompanied such high birth. These financial constraints played a significant role in shaping Catherine's early experiences. Unlike some of her contemporaries, she wasn't raised in opulent luxury. The Howard family was noble but financially strained, and Catherine's father struggled to provide for his many children. As a result, Catherine was sent to live with the Dowager Duchess, where she was given little supervision. Following her mother's death, Catherine was placed in the care of her step-grandmother, the Dowager Duchess of Norfolk. This was a common practice among noble families of the time. The Duchess's household offered Catherine social standing and access to the coveted world of courtly life. It was a chance to learn the ways of the elite. However, the Duchess's household was also characterized by lax supervision. It was a chaotic environment, far from the strict, disciplined upbringing one might expect. This lack of strict oversight would prove to be a crucial factor in Catherine's story. It created an environment where youthful indiscretions could flourish. The Dowager Duchess of Norfolk's household served as a hub for young women of noble birth. It was a place where they could learn the social graces necessary for navigating high society. These young women had opportunities to learn music and other skills considered essential for securing advantageous marriages. It was a finishing school of sorts, but with a crucial difference. The atmosphere within the household was far from disciplined. A permissive environment reigned, allowing for flirtations and romantic dalliances. Catherine, surrounded by this atmosphere, soon became entangled in youthful indiscretions. During her time in the Dowager Duchess's household, Catherine had several romantic relationships. She was allegedly involved with her music teacher, Henry Manox, and later had a more serious relationship with Frances Dereham, who referred to her as his wife. These early liaisons would later be used against her when she became queen. These early experiences would have lasting consequences. Catherine's early exposure to romantic intrigue, coupled with a lack of firm guidance, laid the foundation for her later choices. The Duchess's household fostered a culture of casual relationships, where young attendants, often left unsupervised, engaged in flirtations and secret rendezvous. The lack of strict discipline and oversight allowed these interactions to flourish, creating an environment where personal relationships were formed without much concern for propriety. Catherine's uncle, the powerful Thomas Howard, Duke of Norfolk, arranged for her to join the household of Henry VIII's fourth wife, Anne of Cleves, in 1539. It was there that she caught the eye of the aging king. Henry, then nearly 50, was overweight and in poor health, while Catherine was young, lively, and beautiful. Henry's marriage to Anne of Cleves had been politically advantageous, but personally disappointing for him. The moment he saw Catherine, he became infatuated. With the encouragement of her ambitious family, Catherine accepted the king's advances. Henry's marriage to Anne was annulled in July 1540, and just 16 days later, on July 28, 1540, he married Catherine Howard. As queen, Catherine was adored by Henry, who showered her with lavish gifts and called her his rose without a thorn. However, she had little political influence, unlike her cousin Anne Boleyn. Her brief but tumultuous reign as Queen of England serves as a cautionary tale of ambition and vulnerability. She focused on enjoying courtly life, but her past and her indiscretions would soon catch up with her. Despite her marriage, Catherine reportedly had an affair with Thomas Culpeper, a gentleman of Henry's privy chamber. Their secret meetings were facilitated by Lady Rochford, the widow of Anne Boleyn's brother. Rumours of Catherine's past and present indiscretions reached Archbishop Thomas Cranmer, who launched an investigation. Evidence of her premarital affairs with Francis Dereham and her alleged adultery with Culpeper emerged. Henry was devastated when confronted with the truth. Catherine Howard's downfall was swift and brutal. Her story is often compared to that of Anne Boleyn, her cousin and Henry VIII's second wife, who was also executed for alleged adultery. However, unlike Anne, Catherine did not have strong political ambitions or intelligence. She was a young girl thrown into a dangerous world she could not navigate. Catherine was arrested in November 1541 and stripped of her title as queen. While imprisoned at Sion Abbey, she reportedly screamed for Henry to spare her, but he refused. Culpeper and Dereham were executed in December 1541, with Dereham suffering the brutal traitor's death of being hanged, drawn and quartered. On February 13, 1542, at just around 18 or 19 years old, Catherine was beheaded at the Tower of London. Before her execution, she allegedly said, "I die a queen, but I would rather have died the wife of Culpeper." However, this may have been a later invention. Catherine Howard is often remembered as a foolish, naive girl who was unprepared for the dangers of court life. However, some historians argue that she was a victim of a powerful family that used her for advancement, much like her cousin Anne Boleyn. Her tragic fate serves as another example of the perils faced by women in Henry VIII court. Her chronicle is a reminder that even those born into privilege can be undone by their past. Her life is a testament to the enduring power of early influences. Catherine Howard's story is a fascinating glimpse into the Tudor era. If you enjoyed learning about her early life, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to our channel for more historical deep dives. We would greatly appreciate your support. Your engagement helps us grow and continue creating more amazing content for you. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on Catherine's fate, and what do you think could have changed her destiny?